Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So on my other YouTube channel, Larry Graves' Canadian Studmuffin, I just did a video on my favorite comedy movies, and I've ranked them, and I also mention 10 movies that I've never seen. So please check that video out. It'll be in the pinned comment below. So these are either dramas or horror movies. I've kind of mixed them together. Maybe a touch of humor in some of them, but for the most part, they're serious, scary movies. And I've ranked my 10 favorites, and the other ones, which aren't far behind, that I enjoy. I don't know if you can really enjoy a horror movie, but The Omen, I remember seeing this in the theater. And as I've said on the other video, horror movies, for the most part, I have no interest in because first of all, they don't scare me. I think they're stupid. But the early ones, like this and, The Exorcist and all that, they were scary. And so that's a good horror movie if you've never seen it. This is, even though it stars Jerry Lewis, it's mainly, there is a little bit of comedy in it, I guess, but it's more serious. It is the king of comedy with Robert De Niro, where Robert De Niro is obsessed with Jerry Lewis, who plays himself in the movie. And Robert De Niro really wants to be a TV talk show host. He even sets up this fake TV show in his home. And so if you haven't seen this, it's highly recommended. Of course, I don't have the second movie, which is probably better, but the first one, Terminator, is excellent too, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. Saw that in the theater. Now, this was remade a few years back, but for the most part, always go with the original movie instead of the remake. This is The Stepfather, where he's kind of leading a double life. He's got two separate families, and it gets a little confusing for him. Yeah, so highly recommended if you haven't seen this original. Another one, they always have to remake these movies, and they're just never as good. So go with the original, Fright Night. It's got some comedy in it, but it's got, especially for the time when it was made, really, the special effects still hold up. And it didn't make my top 10, but still excellent. Another movie with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone, Casino. Not as good as Goodfellas, but what movie could be, Number 10. So this is kind of like a drama/horror movie. The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Excellent. Once again, the special effects, they still hold up today. Very good. Number 9, The Wizard of Oz. One of the great movies. Number 8, Jim Carrey. My favorite Jim Carrey movie. No, my second favorite, actually. The Truman Show. If you haven't seen this, highly recommend it. He grows up. It's like he's in his whole town, his whole town is a reality show. And it's really, really good script. So check that out. This is a horror movie, and one of the best. Misery with, of course, Kathy Bates and James Caan. I'm your biggest fan. Number 6, Deliverance with Burt Reynolds, Jon Voight, Ned Beatty. Excellent. Top 5. Billy Bob Thornton, I'm not a big fan of him personally, but he is an amazing actor, and 2 of his movies are in the top 5. Number 5, A Simple Plan. There he is there. Looks like my character Gus. Number 4, this is so good. Winner of 2 Academy Awards, based on a true story. Midnight Express. If you haven't seen this, and John Hurt, of course, once again, I highly recommend you check it out. The top 3. Yeah, I didn't know about, maybe some of you do from reading the book or seeing an. Now, this is actually a remake. I haven't seen the original, but I don't know how the original can surpass this remake of it, of Mice and Men. And I didn't know about the shocking ending to this movie until the first time I watched it, and it is just so well acted and one of my favorite movies of all time. Number 2, Billy Bob Thornton again. Sling Blade. And Dwight Yoakam, the country singer, is in this. And I didn't even know it was him at first, but he's an excellent actor too. There he is. And number 1, and I could, I've seen the first Godfather and possibly the second one, but I don't have them, so I can't really rank them. There's lots of movies I don't have, right? These are just the ones I own. And number 1 would be number 1 no matter what. It is Goodfellas. A touch of violence in it. You might say a little tiny bit of blood. But anyway, the greatest movie of all time. At least for me. And that is it. So I'd love your thoughts on these movies, which ones you like or don't like, and whatever other movies you think I should check out in the drama. But just remember, I like all of these recent, the last 20, 30 years of horror movies, just really no interest in them at all. Bye.